comfortable with revenge, you should scroll on by now. For the rest of you heathens, welcome to my new series, Making Politics Petty. The series where we learn about politics against our will simply because we are angry millennials, and someone should pay for this. Or knowledge is power, or something like that. Today, we're going to be talking about members of Congress who are forcing us to watch content on Reels that we saw a year ago, and scroll through the terrible memes and MAGA rants of our unemployed second cousin, Devin. I think we all know right now the government isn't really concerned about our personal data, or they'd be looking into any other corporation right now. You should go look through this AP article to see the full history of the relationship of the government with TikTok, if you're interested. And you should know that Donald Trump did play a big role in that. Until he realized one of his mega donor besties has a significant investment in the parent company of TikTok, and then he flipped. If you want to know that story, you can scroll back a few, I think yesterday. What is time? We're also going to talk about the politicians who supported the TikTok ban, but then later used it in their campaigns to win elections. Representative Mike Gallagher of Wisconsin was the sponsor of that bill, but he checked out of Congress, like literally quit. So I don't know what Republican Mike Gallagher is doing right now, but it's not legislating. The only way I could explain this is that the majority of millennials either didn't read the bill or they just trauma blocked the whole entire thing because only 15% voted against the TikTok ban. That's the same percentage as the 7-year-old. Oh, that's embarrassing. Moving on to the Senate, this is a little problematic because what they did was they combined it with a bill that provided aid to Ukraine and Israel. It puts us on the same side as Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley, and JD Vance, all of which voted against the TikTok ban. And honestly, putting me on the same side as Josh Hawley, JD Vance, and Ted Cruz might be the greatest offense in this entire saga cluster. Take a word. There are 49 members of Congress in total who have verified accounts on TikTok and use those accounts to try to win re-election. Of the 49 members of Congress who have verified accounts on TikTok, 23 of them voted for the TikTok ban. That is a special kind of audacity. 9 senators who voted to ban TikTok have verified accounts on TikTok. Most of the senators who voted to ban TikTok are still actively posting on TikTok after they voted against it. The same goes for these representatives. They're verified on TikTok. They're actively posting to TikTok despite the fact that they voted to ban TikTok. And some of them, like Representative Jeff Jackson of North Carolina, have millions of followers. Some representatives like Jasmine Crockett have unverified accounts. Jasmine Crockett voted present, so that doesn't help anybody. AOC voted against the TikTok ban. Nancy Pelosi voted for the TikTok ban. One of these people participates in absolutely no trading of stocks whatsoever. Can you guess which one it is? I will make a post and link all the articles that I used on this, and I'll post it to Blue Sky and Threads and maybe Twitter. And you can go find out if your representative voted for or against TikTok. And you can find out if your representative is still actively using TikTok or not. And you can decide if their choice leads you to vote for them again in a primary or not. At this point, we know the ban on TikTok is primarily about money. So if you have a legislator that's selling you any other story right now, they're either lying to you or incredibly naive. And either way, I would really question whether or not they're the right person to represent you and your voice. So maybe take that into consideration and let them know. Also, you can screenshot this. I'm here in all these places. Come say hi.